Today we give thanks for insane horror movies, the chopping off of limbs, and lots of violence. What a beautiful family holiday. What's up, Flick fans? Welcome back to the channel. Eli Roth is back with a brand new horror movie. It's Thanksgiving themed. Did this one stuff your turkeys? That sounded weird. So after a Black Friday riot ends in a tragedy, a mysterious Thanksgiving-inspired killer terrorizes Plymouth, Massachusetts, the birthplace of the infamous holiday. Of course it is. And this movie, well, it's rated R for bloody horror, violence, gore, pervasive language, sexual material, and turkey stuffing. But not the normal kind. You'll see. And first off, I think the most important topic here, how big's your Thanksgiving turkey? Mine's a 20-pounder. That was a young turkey. It makes me feel bad. Hopefully he's delicious. Or she, I don't know. Let's start with, I think, the best scene, the best part, the best aspect of this movie, and that's the first 20-25 minutes during the infamous, what will be infamous, the Black Friday riots. Now, some are going to say this is an inaccurate depiction of what goes on. It's a little over the top. It's violent. No, I've been there, all right? I was there when I was younger. I was there 2 years ago during Black Friday, and while it's calmed down a little bit, I think people have grown some common sense over the years. Man, for a long time, this is an accurate depiction. I mean, there's limbs flying off left and right, people's scalps being torn down the middle. Black Friday is crazy. No, in all seriousness, I did watch two people fight over a pillow one time, and then they took the pillows and started swinging. That is not a joke. That's legit. My dad was the manager of Walmart. I followed him around the entire night. It was actually a great time.
Are you crazy?
Of course the beginning's ridiculous. Of course the movie's ridiculous. It's Eli Roth. What do you expect? Now, oftentimes with his movies, I either really appreciate the fact that he injects his style, and I just like the fact that he has a style and he sticks to it. That's really cool. You know, some of his movies are really over the top. Some of them don't work, right? I'm very divided on his filmography, but at least he goes for it. I have a lot of respect for that, even if I hate some of his films. That's not the case for Thanksgiving. With this movie, with this tone, with this the story, that actually works really well. And the showcase of that in the first 20 minutes with this Black Friday madness. I mean, people banging on the doors and crashing down the railing and stepping and stomping over each other and breaking limbs. And like I said, the hair on the scalp.
Then everyone loses their minds.
It was a great time. It's bloody, it's gory. If you didn't want that, why'd you go watch this movie? I mean, you saw the trailer. Saw a B- cinema score for this, and I get it. Yeah, it's ridiculous. The movie in itself is kind of ridiculous, but it's a lot of fun, and it kind of reminds me of, this is like a holiday version of Scream, with a little bit of a less interesting mystery going on, and I didn't care maybe as much about the characters as I do in some of the Scream films, but in terms of entertainment and fun kills and holiday theme kills, that's what I like about Thanksgiving, is it sticks to the idea that this is its own crazy version of Thanksgiving, a brutal version, a bloody version, and no one in this town is safe. Absolutely no one, and I love that. This is a really fun movie. It's an entertaining time. Now, obviously, like I said, I wish I would have cared a little more about the protagonists and the main characters. I mean, they're young, they're kids, not really played by kids, but they're supposed to be kids in the movie, and so they're hard to root for the most part, but at the same time, they could have had more characteristics and really more personality as a whole, because they blend together in my head, but you're still on board with their journey. And there's this thing going on with the guy who owns the store where all of this happened at the beginning of the movie, and the fallout of this big event at the beginning, to me, was the most interesting part of the movie, how they're dealing with that and the pushback by a lot of people who had family members involved in that madness. So that's a more compelling story than what's going on with the kids and the parties and the relationships and the nonsense. But you have to have that. You know, scratch what I said about the cinema score. I feel like you have to be in the right mindset. You have to be in the mindset to not think too hard about what's going on, just to have a little bit of a schlocky B-movie type, not B-movie. Not Jerry Seinfeld. Jerry Seinfeld. That's bad. You like jazz? A little better. This feels like a straight out of the 80s horror movie. It really does. It has that vibe, that feel all the way through, and it's just having a lot of fun with itself. It's having a good time. It doesn't care if you're as invested as you need to be this and that. But the story, it's still interesting enough to kind of keep you invested, but it's a vehicle for the kills. It's a vehicle for this person, I don't know who it is.
Liar!
You want to chop heads off and decorate a Thanksgiving table with them? Yeah, sure. I mean, that's creative, and they do not hold back on any of that. And again, Eli Roth's recent filmography, Knock Knock, Inferno, okay. This is probably the best of the bunch, at least as of late, and I thoroughly enjoyed the vibe that he was going for, even though it wasn't consistent the entire time, and again, some of the writing could have been better, but this movie knows how to allow its audience to have fun. That's the best thing I can say about it. And it's turned Thanksgiving into like this horror type. I'm scared to eat turkey this year. Don't know why. Calories, maybe. Scratch that. I did like the house with the clock on its walls. I liked it.
Calm down.
Before I give you my score, is this the best holiday-themed horror movie? And if you enjoyed this review and you want to see more, like, subscribe, follow. Find me on MySpace.
I sell feet pics on OnlyFans.
Thanksgiving is an insane experience, but in the best way. This over-the-top kill fest sticks to its guns until the very end, provides some memorable thrills along the way. The protagonists kind of blend together and feel unmemorable, but the tone and atmosphere are consistent, and I appreciate that. Consistently over the top, but that's okay. Stay tuned. I have plenty more reviews to come. Maybe a YouTube short tonight talking about something I just watched yesterday, Scott Pilgrim, and this next week, Napoleon, maybe on Monday. So stay tuned for that. I'll see you soon. Happy Thanksgiving.